The message came through while I was brushing my teeth. A name I didn't recognize, a woman I'd never heard of, her profile picture showing a smiling face holding a cocktail. The text read, "Just so you know, she's now on a girls' trip." 8 words and my body froze. Toothpaste dripped down my chin as I stared at the screen, unblinking. I read it again and again. Part of me thought maybe I was seeing things, that fatigue was playing tricks. But the message stayed there, glowing faintly beneath that small speech bubble. My wife, Julia, had left 2 days earlier. She said she was going away with her college friends a weekend, one of their yearly reunions. I didn't question it. She'd shown me photos from past trips, beach bonfires, cocktails, laughter. But this text, it didn't feel like gossip or confusion. It felt real, like a hand closing around my throat. My fingers trembled as I typed back, "Who is this?" 3 dots appeared, disappeared, and then reappeared. Finally, the reply came. "I'm Claire. I'm one of the girls on this trip. I shouldn't be messaging you, but you deserve to know." My chest tightened. "Know what?" I asked. A full minute passed before her next message. "Julia didn't come here with us. She told us she couldn't make it, but I just saw her tag in a photo at a resort with a man." The phone nearly slipped from my hand. The room tilted. I set the toothbrush down, wiped my face. The mint in my mouth suddenly tasted bitter. "Are you sure?" I typed, praying she'd admit to a mistake. "Yes," she wrote. "I can send you the photo." Seconds later, it arrived. A grainy image from someone's story. A crowded poolside bar. Palm trees glowing under golden sunlight. And there she was, Julia, wearing the same blue sundress she'd packed 2 days ago. Not surrounded by friends, but beside a man I didn't recognize, tall 10, his hand resting on the small of her back as she leaned in, laughing. My world shrank to disbelief. Julia, the woman who kissed me goodbye, who smiled when I reminded her to call, who texted last night, saying girls' night, "You'd be bored," was in another man's arms. I sank down on the edge of the bed, phone in hand, staring at that picture until my eyes burned. Then I messaged Claire again. "Where is this?" "Emerald Bay Resort. Maui. Not San Diego, where she told me she was going." Something inside me fractured. Not rage. Not yet. Just a heavy realization that the world I believed in was paper thin. "Thank you," I typed. "You didn't have to tell me." Her final reply came. "I want someone to tell me." I sat there for a long time, staring into nothing, my heart beat loud in my ears. The next morning, Julia called. Her tone was light, cheerful. "Hey, babe. Sorry I missed your text last night. We were out late. The girls say hi." The girls. I repeated softly, forcing my voice to stay steady. "Yeah, you know, Claire, Megan, the usual group." "Claire says hi, too," I said. Silence. "What do you mean?" she asked, her voice suddenly tight. I said, gripping the phone so hard my knuckles went white. "Claire messaged me. She said you weren't there." Her voice cracked. "She's lying." Then I mentioned the photo, the one of her with the man's hand on her back. Sharp inhale, then silence. I could almost hear her thoughts racing. "Mark," she started, "it's not what it looks like." "Then what is it?" I interrupted. "He's just someone I know from work." He was already planning to go on the trip. "And Julia," I cut in, "you lied about where you were and who you were with." Her tone hardened. "I didn't want you to overreact. You always get jealous. I just needed some space." "Space." I said, "You needed to fly across the ocean with another man to get space?" "I needed to feel like myself again," she snapped. "Not just your wife, or your responsibility, or the woman who does your laundry." Her words stung, but I stayed calm. "So pretending to go on a girls' trip, that was your solution?" She didn't respond. "Tell me his name," I said. After a pause, she whispered, "Eric." I closed my eyes. The name meant nothing, yet somehow it meant everything. It was a sound that would linger forever. "Do you love him?" I asked quietly. A pause. Too long. The silence said it all. "I don't know," she finally whispered. Something inside me shattered, not loud, not messy, just clean and final, like glass breaking underfoot. I hope he was worth it, I said. Mark, please. But I hung up. The next few hours blurred. I called the bank, froze the joint account, canceled her card. Then I started packing her things, not angrily, not carefully, just mechanically, like erasing a ghost. 2 days later, when her flight landed, she came home to an empty closet and a folded note on the counter. You said you needed to find yourself. That night, she called 27 times. I didn't answer once. The next morning, she showed up at the door, eyes red and swollen. She tried to handle, but I'd already changed the locks. Mark, please, she cried, voice trembling. I made a mistake. I stood just inside, hand on the door, torn between fury and heartbreak. You lied to me, I said softly. You looked me in the eyes and told me you loved me, while you were somewhere else with him. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. I didn't sleep with him, she sobbed. For a split second, I almost believed her, but it didn't matter. The betrayal had already happened. You cheated the moment you booked that flight. I said, silence. Then her quiet sobs faded into the distance. When she finally left, the only sound that remained was the faint click of her heels on the driveway. Later that night, my phone buzzed. Another message from Claire. She left early, looked devastated. For what it's worth, you did the right thing. I typed back, there's no right thing in something like this. And as I hit send, I realized she was both right and wrong. Because in betrayal, no one truly wins. There's only loss, measured in trust, in love, and in the hollow silence that follows when you stop trying to fix what someone else chose to destroy.